Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Athletics Complex. This is a non-infested clear. This is a clear and retrieve. So, normal zombies for the most part, but we do have to kill them all and fetch the case as well. Slightly bigger POI and fairly heavy on the loot too at times, and some nice surprises. Hopefully, we'll be able to give you a good walkthrough on this. Here we go, starting it. You do actually have quite a few vehicles. Like I said, this is actually a kind of loot heavy one. If you want to make it a loot heavy one, um, if you do, make sure you bring the appropriate vehicles to do so. Again, I would suggest making sure that you are geared up and ready. It's not as bad in the beginning going through your buildings here. The main the main big poles are out in the field area, so you can check your armor, make sure your armor's good. Mine's a little low, but it's not awful bad. Here we go, starting our first poles. This goes to the outside. We don't want to open this up yet. Okay, where are we at? I said this is a kind of loot heavy, but you may want to watch on how much you loot out here, just because it can be loot heavy. So continue on to the next side here. So I'm fairly lucky. I've got my courier satchel early on. I'm gonna guess my wife is not quite as lucky as I am. Ah, you got some skull crushers in here. Well, if one's all they have, one's all you can buy. So again, some good looting opportunities. Um, it can get really heavy at times, so be careful with that. It's always nice having a friend to come in with you. Yeah, I'm good. You good?
Oh, I'm hearing the outside zombies. That's screeching in the hollow.
So far, so good. Being able to stay with melee.
Which is a good thing. I
Yeah.
like staying with melee.
Yeah, it's better to go ahead and stay with melee as much as you can on some of the bigger POIs, just so that you don't get a lot of the outside attention. It's bad enough by itself because the Athletics Coliseum is so big. So
I woke him up.
huh? No, just the one.
Woke him up. No, the other one came off the roof. What the fuck? I was getting hit, but I didn't know where the fuck I was getting hit from.
Okay, now start our journey up to the ceiling, up to the roof. If it'll let me out. There we go. Now initially it's not awful bad,
That's funny. Yeah, okay.
but you can see some of the ones that we have waiting.
Pause yourself at night now?
These ones buildings up here across the top will be full. Um, you'll be able to see these little flames off in the center. You can see the truck, buildings, towers, all stuff that you'll want to end up having to go through.
And inside that little,
Okay, so we can try going with melee to start with,
let me, here,
but to make sure that we make sure you do actually have your ranged ready and available. So
it is.
so you can see as I jumped over the little wall there, first line of red dots has popped up, and we have our first volunteer. Okay, so as you can see, they are all around, and we are going to try and
Pick one
take
little
them in staggered groups if possible. You can't end up with all of them at one time. Um, not advisable. Um, in the normal scenario here is not as bad.
here, cat fighting somebody, but incoming bird. Outgoing bird. Holy tomatoes. Hey, where the hell
Okay,
did they all come from?
they're all coming up off the bottom. Got a lot of rads in the group. May have to
Run and switch to
switch to
range?
melee.
You mean switch to range?
Especially when it gets rad heavy, you may want to switch to ranged. just for the simple fact that there's a second group up and coming now. Okay then.
There's still a few more that are showing to be incoming.
Let's yeah, there's a couple more. I think that woke up that aren't quite sure where to go.
I think they're inside.
No, we got some outside too. I see a screamer coming. How the what the die? Damn it. I think her friends are coming. Even without her scream, I think she brought all her buddies. I still hear one, but
Well, I've got two on the dot. When you get over there toward the center, right over here,
I've got take care of a few boo-boos.
it shows the beat like right up underneath me.
There we go. All that taken care of. Make sure that we are geared up again.
Oh, shit, I'm infected and having an abrasion.
Okay, so that will take care of, I do believe, most of the,
Like I said, there's one right up
yeah,
underneath me, but
there's actually a doorway here. That's what you're seeing. They're
so we
inside.
missed it, we're inside.
I don't know if we missed her or she just fell down in there somehow. But there's a couple on the outside wanting to come in now too, so they'll be coming through this section.
So do you want to try to go kill them, or do you just want to leave them there?
No, I'll just leave them. They can come in. So we actually do have another one down here somewhere. I think he's in the tower. So yeah, even normal poll, you can get a lot of rads. That's kind of generally what happened to us in that last poll. So
It was with these pops.
that being what it was time to switch over to range and do some heavy damage from the get-go.
Excuse me.
What?
He was behind the
Yeah, he's behind the boxes.
yeah. I got him.
I mean, this is a pretty good setup all the way around. They've been here for a while, so expect quite a few zombies just because, you know, this is a very good sized base.
It's open to the what do you call it? So you're getting a lot of outside contamination as well. Where'd you go?
Oh, I was just looking. We got some on the other side that already woke up too. Okay. Getting ready to go into the next area here. This one's generally not as bad as polls go. There's generally just a few of them as you go through here and there. Again, check for your loot opportunities. They are all over the place. Like I said, this is a semi-heavy loot because it is such a big POI. We do have some. Next zone. We have a small tent over here. Large tent next to it. You will generally get a few from in here. It seems my wife pulled up the one from behind it, so.
I don't know how. You were closer than I was.
Yeah, but they're all going after you.
I was over here. I didn't even go in the tent.
Nope, they weren't from the tent. They were from the other side of the tent.
Yeah, like I
And
said,
they're
you went in
and
the tent.
they were all chasing you.
But I don't know why.
They like you. They heard you for some reason.
I opened up that one and the potty because I knew it was in there. And it usually jumps out at you and gets you when you're inside the tent. He's not part of the POI, buddy.
That's all right. Okay then. Don't believe there's anything left in here. You can get, blood bags and whatnot from the IVs. Play. I mean, there's still a lot of loot opportunities in there. Just X-ray machines, all that stuff. It's all lootable. It's all salvageable. Again, you don't want to clutter yourself up too much. Now, this particular tower, warned ahead of time. When you go up, you will see a item to be able to loot over here in the corner. If you do so, this tower will fall down. So I generally just leave that one piece of item left and not have to worry about injuring myself. This is a nice little hidey place that you can get prepared ahead of time for your next pulls after this. As a way of either isolating yourself or trapping zombies. As you can see, we have some outside there waiting for us.
On the wrong side. Oh!
Yeah, it should have woke a few up. I think you did that.
Oh, no. Shouldn't have been me.
No. You weren't firing a machine gun over top of me.
No, I would never. Not my thing.
So yes. So you can ignite the gas cans and blow them up. It's actually a good way to get rid of zombies sometimes, or just to get rid of some soil if you so choose to. My wife didn't like the way it looked over there and thought it needed a new look. So
Yeah, it's time to redecorate.
now I would definitely suggest having ranged ready on the next one. You can start with melee all you want to. It is very, very rough to stay with that, even on just a normal pull.
Oh, there's the buddy. Hang on.
Not yet, but
They are now. And I didn't do it. I get blamed for it, but I didn't do it. Doggy. Hey, hey. Now watch the blowing things up.
I don't know what you're talking about. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, now that's just the first of the poles that you do here.
Yeah, well, it's the next pull
Got most of them out of the center, which is actually a good thing. Now, you see them all inside here.
I think we're going to do this the other way because
Do what the other way?
I was going to melee.
You can't melee because if you melee, I'm going to die.
I don't even know where you are.
I'm inside the trailer. I am trapped in here.
I blew something up, but I did not know what the fuck I blew up.
Okay. Down to my last 30 health. Find my little droney bat boy pal here. Probably not a good thing. I accidentally fell down inside the trailer. It was not what I was intending to do.
Well, you got a lot of yellow bags in there.
Yeah, I'm 6% into infection too. So,
Well, you might want to make sure you're all healed up because we're about to have more company.
well, I am fixing my armor currently. If I can find the one that I just took off. There we go.
I said we were about to have company.
Okay. I am back up and used up. If you need to do anything, now is the time for you to do it.
Well, my batteries are going dead. Where the fuck did you come from?
Behind you.
Oh, we got a whole new group coming in. If we can't stop shooting, we're just going to keep summoning more and more. Yeah, I think. Stupid people. Got yourself tied up there, Granny girl? Okay. I got one more over here, but hoping. Yeah, we almost done here.
Now we gotta go check the other side and then go into the last building.
Yeah, my batteries are dying, so
Which
I'm gonna
batteries?
have to put the ones on my headset.
Okay. Load back up.
I got back to Melee. I was hoping it would stop us from getting more.
Nope, I hear him.
Yeah, we got Fat Boy coming out of the building. Oh, fuck me. Come on. Too many bombs and too many explosions and too many guns.
No, how can you have too many explosions? Were you blowing things up again?
Not me.
You were blowing things up again, weren't you?
I blew up the propane tank.
Uh huh. You blew up the propane tank.
This one's empty. I still haven't found my.
Well, I can't see where it's on the thing for you, so.
Over here? Oh, I think it's inside the frickin' trailer. All the way in the back of the trailer. Oh, I got it.
So imagine this uninfested, and you will get an idea of how much of a hell this place can be if one pole goes wrong, as it did with us in that trailer when I fell in.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'm going to be. Another one walking through.
Well, I'd already hit the button.
Ammo's down.
Okay, I think all is quiet at the moment.
That's the last hurrah. There's a demo that you want to make sure does not explode inside your loot area.
Okay, go inside and get your loot and I'll stand guard. I'll have to switch headsets as soon as we get back on the motorcycle.
That's fine. Or we can take a break if you want to and let that one charge up.
Doesn't matter. Because we'll have to travel back.
Yes, we will have to travel back.
Are you almost done reading?
You'll probably have to come in here and finish this loot out.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to get all that I can, but I got the big chest emptied out.
I haven't broke any of those other things yet.
Yeah.
Okay, leave in what you need to and
I got a lot of bullshit stuff in my inventory. I've got like one iron arrow.
I got 60 iron arrow. Put it in one of the things and
I did. I put it in the box. You can have it.
okay, I got it. So let me know when you're done with those and you need me to.
Yeah, you can pick up the last two items.
Alright. Can we get out of here now?
Oh shit, I need those.
What?
First aid bandages.
Oh, I didn't even see the bed.
Okay, well, you can have the seeds if you want them. Yeah, I'll have to, actually have to make some more when we get back to the house.
What?
First aid bandages, some, like,
We have a lot in boxes in there.
that's good, because I've got, between me and my drone, I have two.
I have 4 and my drone has 8. So I've got 12.
So to say at least, um, as those are watching this video, um, best always to come prepared. Make sure you have plenty of medical and whatnot. Even in a good pull, with no problems or issues, you're still going to have the possibilities of really needing at least some medical.
Where'd everybody go?
What do you mean? Ooh, bear. You got room?
Probably. No, you cannot have it. Thank you.
Run back down over here to our motorcycle. And we'll call this one done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a Coliseum. It was just a clear and retrieve, but gives you an idea of how bad it can be.